Welcome to Super Manga Review. I thought it was time I started pronouncing the exclamation mark in my script. In this volume, we get a fight between secret cousins, more groupies for Sasuke, and some intense ninja action via written tests and paperwork. This volume properly introduces us to fan favorite Rock Lee. Aside from being a strong guy, as we briefly saw at the end of Volume 4, we find out he's got a thing for Sakura when he uses aggressive pickup lines that should earn him an honorary fedora. I hope Lee is a member of the seduction community. After the flirting and an easy takedown of Naruto, we find out the real reason Rock Lee is confronting Team 7, and it's to challenge Sasuke. He then kicks Sasuke's ass. Hooray! Lee is well aware of Sasuke as a member of the Uchiha clan, and reveals that he knows about the Sharingan. But where did he get all this insider information? Just who is this guy anyway? It's time for a super theory. This is a new name I'm trying out. Let's look at this panel. Lee is literally shadowing Sasuke here, and while it might just be a cool technique he's using, I posit that this actually shows us some powerful imagery. He is literally acting as Sasuke's shadow as though he and Sasuke share some sort of deeper bond. My super theory is that Rock Lee and Sasuke are secret cousins. Here are some things we know about Rock Lee. 1. He can only perform taijutsu. And 2. His teacher is Might Guy, Kakashi's rival. If you remember from the Volume 1 video, taijutsu is a style of fighting that's entirely based on hand-to-hand techniques. In other words, no ninja magic or illusions. And it's specifically the kind of fighting style that the Sharingan can't counter. Rock uses this to his advantage to beat Sasuke. But where did he get all this information? Likely his mentor, Might Guy. We are told that Guy has sparred nearly 100 times with Kakashi, so now he should be well aware of how to counter this Sharingan. He passed the knowledge down to Lee, and mystery solved? Not quite yet. Did you find it strange that Lee was drawn to Sasuke? In particular, he mentions wanting to test the mettle of the Uchiha clan. Why would he be so interested in this particular clan? To see how the pride of the Uchiha stacks up against his teammate Neji? Member of the similarly vaunted Hyuga clan? Or perhaps there's a deeper motive. Throughout the series, we never really meet Lee's family, unlike most of the other characters, so it's safe to assume that he's either an orphan or somehow estranged from his family. You might have assumed Guy was his father or uncle or something, but there's no confirmed relation between the two. Guy and Kakashi are rivals. Intense rivals. It seems that Guy literally counts the number of times they've fought. I suspect that Guy, in spite of his silly attitude, knows more about the sinister side of Kakashi than he lets on. Guy is aware that Kakashi, a non-Uchiha clan member, has a Sharingan. As we know from the last volume, that can only be attained via an Uchiha clan member corpse, implying that Kakashi is a murderer. A Jonin, a senior ninja, like Guy, has almost certainly put 2 and 2 together and likely suspects Kakashi of some sort of ill-doing. At some point, Guy took Lee under his wing and proceeded to make him a little clone of himself, making him focus on taijutsu and giving him a stupid haircut. This would be pretty creepy, trying to nullify a child's own identity, unless he had some sort of deeper motive for doing it. Wouldn't focusing on taijutsu put Lee at a disadvantage in general? Yes, but it makes him the perfect counter to a Sharingan user. In other words, the ninja he'll be strongest against is Kakashi. So Guy is training him that way for a reason, because Lee is a secret member of the Uchiha clan and might be targeted by the murderous Kakashi. Guy likely told Lee about his past at some point, perhaps as a warning, and the fight in this volume likely goes against his wishes of Lee getting a little too close to his secret cousin. But this series is filled with unruly kids, so Lee being one more makes perfect sense. We can only hope Kakashi doesn't figure this out, otherwise Lee could be in serious danger. Whew, okay, so moving on from that revelation. Volume 5 properly introduces us to some more characters. In particular, we meet Sasuke groupie number 4, Ino, who is also Sakura's rival, I guess. As a quick recap, we have Sakura, Temari, Tenten, and Ino. All 4 of those girls have shown signs of Sasuke groupieism. It's as though Kishimoto wanted to create some female characters and then couldn't really think of giving them a personality aside from wants to bang Sasuke. At least we also get Hinata in this volume, and her personality trait is that she wants to bang Naruto. Hooray! She's different. This volume has some cool ways of conveying the plot that are worth pointing out. Ninja cards, as silly as they seem, are a bit more fun than having swirling question marks surrounding the more enigmatic characters or some little round of expository dialogue. I also liked how when Naruto meets his former classmates, we get these little caption descriptions that are Naruto's own thoughts about them. It makes them a little more fun to read as opposed to a narrator's description because we don't just learn about these new characters, we also learn about what Naruto thinks of them. The bulk of this volume is centered around the first test in the Chunin exam. Now you might have thought the exciting part about being a ninja was all the cool fighting and special powers, but the Chunin exam is hitting us hard right away with a written test on ninja theory. I don't mean the video game developers, by the way. I mean a test that shows how mathematics and cryptography are vital skills for the average ninja. Sakura takes a step towards being a real character by being the smart one, who can actually answer the extremely difficult test questions, unlike her teammates. But Sasuke is the one to piece together that the real test is to see how well they can cheat, in other words, gather information. So maybe Sasuke is actually the smart one. Hope you find a new thing to be soon, Sakura. Hinata and Naruto have an interesting exchange where Hinata offers to help the hopelessly clueless Naruto cheat off of her test. I guess she's actually really smart, or I guess maybe just smarter than Naruto, which is pretty easy to believe. Either way, I get a strong bad girl vibe from her here, and the smoldering sexual tension confronting an oblivious Naruto really reminds me of the bad girl trend from American comics in the 1990s. Characters like Darkchild, Dawn, or Lady Death, they were bad girls who would totally cheat on a test while confusing preteen boys who are struggling to figure out their sexuality. I'm onto your games, Hinata. After Naruto has resisted temptation, time has nearly run out, and the final 10th question is unveiled. The other 9 questions were basically pointless because deciding whether or not to take this 10th question will decide whether you become a Chunin or be banned from ever becoming a ninja. Of course, the test was never about answering question 10. It was about being willing to take the challenge and plunge into the unknown. Deep. What's a little deeper here is that Naruto being brave is all well and good, but the guy running the test, Ibiki, notices that Naruto's brave declaration to see that final question through inspired everyone else in the classroom. This is part of building Naruto to be the next Hokage. He isn't nearly the strongest one in that room, but he stands out for his ability to inspire those around him. Him tying it to his fledgling Way of the Ninja philosophy underlines this point. And in case you haven't gotten it, Ibiki makes a similar observation in one panel. Thanks for treating me like a child who can't understand subtext, jerk. Although I guess in this case, it's not so much subtext as it is text. And speaking of Ibiki, isn't he supposed to be some kind of master of spycraft and interrogation? He proves this by showing off all the scars he's gotten on his missions. And if he's so great at spycraft and torture, how is he always getting caught? Is being captured and tortured a lot supposed to make you an expert on the subject? Getting your ass kicked doesn't make you an expert in fighting. This volume comes to a close with the introduction of the second test, which involves surviving in the Forest of Death. A young sexual predator named Anko is in charge of this one. For some reason, she shows up wearing a chain mesh outfit and then licks the blood from Naruto's wound. In the real world, she would definitely be going to jail for licking an underage boy. Speaking of tongues, we also meet this weird ninja from the grass village. He's going to matter very soon. Also, his tongue is gross. Oh, also in this volume, we meet a dorky dude named Kabuto. He's also from Konoha, one of the upperclassmen. Will he matter in the future? Probably not. Also in this volume, Sakura shows off some shocking ableism in this panel. Disgusting. During the test, we also get to see the Byakugan used for the first time. Always nice to see a special ninja technique being debuted during a written test. The test-taking ninjas also have to sign waivers before going into the Forest of Death, which is a lot more bureaucracy than I expected from a story about ninjas. I guess this world acknowledges the importance of a paper trail. This volume's weird cover is going to go to this big splash page for Chapter 37. Check out where Naruto is. First of all, how does Sakura not see him? And also, why is he being such a creep, trying to look at her crotch up close? I think Naruto might be worse than Nice Guy Rock Lee. Kishimoto 2000's message for us seems to be in response to my video that hypothesizes he isn't quite human. I can imagine him thinking,
Beep boop query, what do humans like? Beep boop movies, I will discuss movies, beep boop borp.
nice try, asshole, but I'm on to you. I hope you're excited as I am to see if Naruto and the gang will have to do even more paperwork in the future. We'll only know in Volume 6, so see you then. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. If you think I'm full of crap, leave an angry comment. And if you want to show your friends how you own some random guy on the internet, share this video with a friend.